States now are taking action to protect kids from the dangers of cell phones and social media, but the U.S. Surgeon General wants to take things a step further, putting warning labels on social media.
I'm looking at what's taking place online on social media in particular, and I'm worried about all of our kids. The warning label I'm calling for is one part of a larger set of strategies that we need to put in place to not only warn parents about these harms, but ultimately make social media safer for our kids.
All righty. Data from the U.S. Department of Education shows that 76% of public schools prohibit the non-academic use of cell phones during school hours. Thousands of parents across the U.S. are pledging to wait until 8th. The pledge delays a smartphone until at least the end of 8th grade, and no social media until at least 16 years old. 60,000 have signed on so far. One of them joined Fox and Friends this week.
I think it should be a decision that parents make rather than something that's mandated. So I love the idea of a pledge where people come together. So for me, I think 8th grade is a good age. Your brain has developed far more so than early elementary school, but it's not to the point where I'd wait longer if I could with my own children, but that gets so much harder.
All right, now, Charlie, this gets difficult, the conversation itself, because every kid is different. Yeah. Not every kid is the same at 8th grade. I was different when I was in that grade, and other kids aren't going to school at all, et cetera. But it is a better idea. I don't mind. I think parents need sometimes a warning, because we've got a generation now who have kids who also grew up with social media. Could this be the right approach without blocking things, by letting parents get the information they need to help make the decision for the kids?
Yeah, I think the key to it is knowing the child, every single child, every parent focusing on that child, and knowing what that child is doing on the internet, and knowing what they're doing with their phone, and building a strategy around that. Warning labels are fine and everything, but I would think that a lot of very good information is really important, and this is the whole point of having like government agencies to do studies that are by agencies that are not captured by the industries they're governing, but to actually inform parents of how nefarious these things are, and that, for example, you can buy drugs on Snapchat.
Right. All right. And Alicia, as a mom, you know the difficulties of this. But, with movies being rated and television shows being rated, is this going to help, or is this a completely different world compared to, let's say, legacy media?
I honestly, I don't know, because I think when social media came on and then the way it grew the way that it did, it flooded the zone, and we weren't ready. And we're still trying so hard to catch up. And the ones who are the smartest when it comes to this are the kids who we are trying to protect, who really don't have an interest in avoiding it themselves. So there's a negotiation that's going on there that feels impossible. But I do appreciate Governor Kathy Hochul signing this legislation here in the state of New York. I don't live here, but what I think is important is that it allows parents to block content. It involves the parents, and I think that's a place to start, because we're learning as we go. Yeah,
and we've certainly, after COVID, and just in general in life, we don't like mandates. We're going to make the decisions. We know that government tends to screw things up royally. At the same time, you aren't the only one involved in your kid's life. They go to school, they have packs of friends. If other parents decide differently, kids are going to be able to access what they want to access. It's almost like we have to take the whole thing back in general about who's in charge of children's lives.
It comes down to Charlie and his kids. It comes down to Alicia, her kids, and obviously with me, my wife, and ultimately you could have all the government type of regulations involved here, Tammy, but in the end it comes down to each individual home. All I know is that down in Florida, Governor DeSantis tried to ban cell phones in schools. He was called authoritarian, and it was deemed unconstitutional. Here's what I know. Kids become addicted to this stuff like digital fentanyl. When I try to get an iPad out of my kids' hands, and I wish I never gave it to them, but it was during COVID and I had to, because that's the only way they could learn, it's like you need the jaws of life to get it back from them. So this is a real problem, especially with cyberbullying as well. And for adults, you're right, Tammy.
It's brand new. It's what you've noted. This is like it swamped us.
The greatest health warning that you can put about mental health is to play the Jamal Bowman AOC rally on replay for people.
Excellent point. All right, you guys.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.